All right, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Nick Marianos now, because we've got some things to give people a heads up on, but it's been pretty tricky for you to time out exactly how bad things are going to be, right?
Right, yeah. Now things are starting to get a little bit more clear regarding the forecast in terms of the impacts, which are fairly minimal overall, but more of a nuisance type event. Beneficial, though. We need the rain across our area. We'll take some showers that we have, but the good thing is for those heading up over the Sierra over the next few days, plan for some winter travel, but we're not looking at a complete dumping of snow either with this system. What makes it so difficult to forecast this going back to the last few days is regarding the timing of this system, because the placement of that low makes all the difference in terms of the impacts here in California. In terms of what we're seeing is how fast that system moves from west to east. Right now we're looking at widespread showers that may be locally heavy at times. Wednesday probably the best bet in terms of aerial extent of those showers. Nice and quiet now, though. We do have some clouds coming in across the valley, some showers across parts of the coastal ranges at this point, and that storm system is going to continue pushing down to the south. But what's going to hold it from moving along and pushing it to the east is that ridge of high pressure, and that will likely keep most of the impacts just to our west. And that's why we're going to see a lot of dry time as well, because of that ridge of high pressure. So going into the day tomorrow, we are going to be in and out of the cloud cover for quite a bit, but we are dry through your Monday. On Tuesday, we start to see some showers pushing through, but most of the activity right there along the coast and also the western portions of the Sacramento Valley. Go down to the south, you go east, things are looking to be fairly dry on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday we do have higher rain chances across the valley, including up in the higher elevations where we'll have some snowflakes mixing in with the rainfall, and that's going to be at pass level, mainly above 7,000 feet. So I talked about that ridge of high pressure blocking that storm from moving east. So as we get through the rest of this week, Thursday going into Friday, that area of low pressure is still off our coast, and that's why we'll have rounds of showers that will be rotating in around that low going into the end of the week. By Saturday into Sunday, we'll begin to see that push to the east. That ridge of high pressure starts to break down. So when that storm system starts to move east again later this week, we'll likely see yet another round of showers pushing in. Thursday, not likely as impactful, but by Friday, we'll likely see more showers, although light showers coming in, likely focused south of I-80. So that's what we're expecting right now with this system in terms of rainfall. We've been trending lower on the forecast amounts going into the next several days. So through Friday, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain across parts of the valley, locally higher amounts as you get up into the foothills. The heaviest amounts will be across the coastal ranges. In some areas along the coast, you get about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall between now through Friday. And when it comes to snowfall in the Sierra, minimal. All right, so you're looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's at pass level. So you go down to below 6,000 feet, you start talking about cities like Tahoe and Truckee. I'm not expecting to see much of any accumulation, but certainly a rain-snow mix at those elevations. As we get later into the weekend, the temperatures start cooling off a bit more. But for now, we do have a first alert action day Wednesday and Thursday. The impacts continue to lessen, and we have to drop the rainfall totals a bit more. We may actually move Thursday from that, but at this point, plan for Wednesday to be the most impactful weather day across our area. We'll be right back.